Hi everyone, welcome to the Jonny channel. I am your host, Jonny of course, and we are going to continue on to bag 3, or I guess I could say bags 3, of the AT-AT, or AT-AT as I was reminded to call it last night at the Star Wars Penguin Star Wars game. So we're going to continue with that. Thanks for watching, and we may have a special guest joining us. Depends on if she decides to show up or not. She's running around the room right now, and I see her eyes actually peeking out at me. Oh, there she is. So, Pixie's running around, taking a look at things, seeing what's going on. So, we're going to see how involved she gets, or if she just kind of stays to the side and watches. So, one quick thing, I actually fixed the colors of this camera, the main camera. After someone suggested that, hey, it looked a little bit off, compared to this camera, which actually is a little bit better now too, because it's now Velcroed on, as opposed to just kind of sitting there on top of the Stormtrooper's head. So the Stormtrooper camera is working a little bit better, and this is much better. It looks like it should be the proper colors and everything. The grays were a little bit washed out and stuff, so should be better, but we will see as we go, and hopefully things are going to be much better overall. So I am going to get the timer up. Last thing is the timer. I have to go back and look at the others because I did not stop whenever I was finished. So I have to go back and get the right times for those, and I'm just going to start over for each episode, and then add up all the times, and we'll get an overall. As opposed to making it a continuous time. So on that, we are going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so the time should be at 2 seconds. We are on to bag 3 of box 1. That is 4. We don't need that one. Here's another 3, and that's it. So I have a feeling that this is going to be a interesting thing, because this is the upper legs. We're at least doing 2 of them. So I'm going to open these and spread them out on the cart, and make sure we don't lose anything. One thing also that I have to add from last week, obviously this is a different time than I normally do, or at least that's what I'm trying to do on Tuesdays. I did find out, this one has a lot of little bags, so lots of little bags, lots of the smooth gears. So this is gonna, I may have to move, you know what, I'm gonna move the A-wing out of the way, because, well, it's gonna be in the way. And I'll put it down over here, because I am going to need all this room, it looks like, for all these bags. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so one of the things I was noticing was this bottom part here, right here, where this connects onto the, there's a, underneath this stuff here, where this connects on, this bottom piece connects on, one of these was actually coming off just a little bit, and it was making it so like it wasn't fully connecting on, which is why it was so loose. Now it seems much more secure than when I was first putting it on, so that makes for a happy Jonny, because now things are staying together. So it's a little bit more stable than I originally thought it was going to be. Alright, bag 3, number 2, or 3 or 4. Ooh, these look cool. Look at that. That is a different piece. Something new that they did just for this set. These are the gears that are going to help make the legs move. Alright. right. Ooh, I almost lost a couple pieces. In fact, Yoda has one right by his foot. Alright. So, a lot of big pieces, lots of little pieces. Let's move these out of the way. And we're going to get started on building. Opened up pretty close to the end. So, where we begin? Alright. Alright, here we go. So we're starting off with part number 3, bags, 3 of them. And one of the things we are going to do at some point is the little tool. This is the thing that allows you to spin the tool, kind of like a screwdriver, and move the legs. Now there's 2 articulated joints for each leg, so a total of 8 articulations for the legs. But to start things off, looks like we have to, whoops, gotta turn this around so we're starting on the correct side. And we are going to be putting in a lot of these little black nubs. So on this side over here, we need 7. So this is why there's so many. 5, 6, 7. This is going to go in different spots, obviously, because they can't all go in the same spot. That would just be silly. And that just wouldn't work. So there's 4 here, and 3 down below, and we also have to do it diagonal opposite, it looks like. We have to do 7. Oop, that would be bad to lose that. It's like playing a little bit of ping pong with these things whenever they drop onto the table. Okay, these are all spaced out properly, it looks like. That one doesn't want to go in. There we go. Alright, so now caddy corner. We need to do on this side, they give you a little view, a little focus view on where they're going to go. Here we go. So it'll be the same as what we just did. So there's going to be 4 on the top and 3 on the bottom. Or I guess really it's upside down. So it's technically 4 on the bottom and 3 on the top. Alright. And last one. Alright, good. Those ones, not so much fun. Alright, so back to this side again. Just to have it here. Oh, looks like we're going to put some other pieces on. 2 times. Oh, we got a special little linkage part we're putting on. Sorry, Yoda. Alright, so 2 times we're going to do these little things. Looks like right on the end here. This little piece that kind of just goes on the end. And of course we'll have to do the same opposite. Caddy corner opposite. There we go. That looks correct to me. All right. And it lines right up with, there's little pieces that are right there. So, all right, so we are going to do this 2 times. So we're going to do it at the same time for both of them. So these are very unique looking gears that I haven't seen before. So flip it over like this, and then this goes on top. Oh, and it snaps in nicely. All right. Very loose. It spins very easily, so there's going to be a lot of stuff going around it that's going to keep it from doing that. Alright, so we're going to put both of those there. Move this to the side a little bit because we won't be using it for now. And we're going to build the legs, or the upper legs. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. And these all go facing the same direction. Alright. Wouldn't do any good to face this the wrong direction, of course. But for these, I guess it doesn't really matter. Even if I flipped it over, I mean, it can easily be flipped back. So there we go. That's how it looks. And now to put on, oh, this fits on, interesting. So, because there's 2 sets here, we fit this on like this, and then push it up so it hits all 4. But it's off-centered just a little bit, which is why you have to do these 2 at a time as opposed to 4 at a time. All right. So 2 legs are the same, and then catty corner, 2 legs are the same. And again, with these gear pieces, because they are new, they're very particular. You have to get them straight on, otherwise it won't. There we go. Otherwise it won't go on. And this is interesting. These are fun pieces because what they do is you'll put them in a lot of times. Like for instance, like this goes on the end and actually going on the inside. And usually what they do is you only go in partially and then you push it in all the way whenever some other piece comes to combine with it. So you kind of lock it in place. So we'll see what the instruction tells me how far it's going to go. But I'm going to assume, well, once I get it in there, it's kind of tricky to get it into the middle here. Come on. There we go. I didn't have it going straight in. So I'm going to leave it like that because I'm not sure if it's going in all the way through or partially right now. Coming on from the inside is not something normal. Ah, there we go. I'm trying to force it, and I should just be gentle. Be gentle. Alright. So it looks like we do push them all the way through. Alright. And then we're going to... Oh, I know what this is. This is the turning mechanism. This is the thing that the screwdriver is going to turn in order to make the gear rotate. So we do... Interesting. I'll do a close-up of it after it's all done. This is a lot of gear stuff. So this little piece here goes inside there. And we need another one, obviously. Rather ingenious how they set this up in order to make it work. Very impressed by what they figured out. And it sounds like my cats are fooling around, but that's alright. Okay, so we need a little sleeve and 2 longer pieces. Okay. So, sleeve goes, whoops, butterfingers. Sleeve goes here, kind of in the middle, and then this gray piece goes through. Perfect. Alright. Same thing with this. Sleeve goes here. Doesn't really matter how far it goes because, or which way this rotates, because it's just going to be hanging out there. Alright. So now we flip them over so we can see this gray side. And I want them to be lined up the way they want them to be. Alright, so we're going to put together another little apparatus with another weird piece that I haven't seen before up until this point. Kind of a new gearing thing. This looks kind of unusual, but this is where, this is the end where it's going to go in. The tool is going to insert into. Oh, nope, I am looking at the wrong thing. That was my bad. Alright, there we go. Wrong dark gray piece. Nope, nope. If UR was here, she would tell me which one it is. Alright. Because I don't remember, it's a Technic something something. Okay, did that. And I need the other one. This one's a light gray. Well, that goes on the end there. And I cannot see it. This is what happens sometimes. You get tunnel vision with Legos and you don't quite see. Ah, there it is. See, I had it, but I just couldn't see it, even though it was right in front of me. Alright, so both of these go in. Alright, and now the top gets its own little interesting thing. Some of these pieces you're not going to be able to see very well just because they are so small. And I apologize for that, but I promise it'll be worth it. Whenever it's all done. Alright. And again, look under, there's so many blue little pieces, it's hard to see the ones I actually need. Alright, so it goes in there. Make sure it's lined up correctly. Another black and 2 blues. There's one. There are, I'm serious, there are so many of these little blue pieces, and only 4 it looks like of the pieces that I'm putting in, and so it really throws your eyes because they're almost, there we go, they're almost the right size, so that's what I was looking for. But there's so many of these just a little bit smaller blue pieces. They were just hard to see. That one goes in the middle as well. Alright. Now let's do some structure. Now these are interesting. These are new pieces. Oh, not that great piece. These are pieces that I've never seen before. They had to make special in order to be, you know, good structure for this thing, which is totally fine. In order to do some things like this, you have to improve upon what already exists or make it a little bit different, better. Alright, so there's one, and we're going to need a second one because we're doing this at the same time. So see, where's the last? There it is. Alright. Alright, so those are going to go all together. And we need 4 of these things, so 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these just go on the ends. look a little interesting. Not sure what the purpose is. I mean, obviously there is a purpose, but a lot of times whenever you're building some of these sets and they're doing structure things, they don't quite make sense how they're going to work, but somehow in the end they do. That's why I love Lego. Alright, here we go, all facing the same way. And now I need 4 each, so 8 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these orange things, and these go on the end. So already we can see how long these legs are going to be. And again, this is just the top part of the legs. This is not including the feet or the calves, so to speak. So you figure roughly that tall. This will be on top of there somehow. Alright, so 2 of these, so 4 of these. 3, 4. And these brown shafts, not gray. It looks similar to the one we just put in not too long ago, but they are a little bit different. There's one more. It'll be the last one. It'll be the hardest to find. And there it is. It's hiding. All right. So these. Ooh. And we've got the spiral gears. Now these are important. These are hard to see, so I'm just going to lay them out like this. Okay. These are, and we'll do it to this camera. These are the spindle gears, spiral gears, whatever. And they're going to be on either side. So because of how this thing goes together, you're going to have each spindle is going to, like I was saying earlier, you're going to have 2 points of articulation on each leg. Okay. So, a total of 8. And these are what are going to control how it can move. It's going to lock the gearing in place. So, 2 on each leg so that you can have this movement, and then the lower leg can have that movement. And I did that wrong because I didn't put the little red piece in first. Because I was excited talking about the spindle. By the way, this is going to be my last episode before Christmas. Next week is Christmas, so, well, next weekend, so I will be taking a week off, and then I'll be back to Tuesday schedule, 8 o'clock. Put the wrong thing in. It's supposed to be the red thing, and then the spindle in between. Right? Right. I know how this is supposed to work. Hi, you are. How you doing? Good to see you on. Alright, so now flip over, and now we start doing some of these little tiny blue things that go in. This is so that panels can go on the outside. Alrighty. Yeah, so paneling will go on the outside of this. That covers up the orange, because obviously adets don't look orange. Here, I'll do a close-up real quick. There's how it looks with the spindle bearings on it. Do down here. How's the colors look, you are, by the way? Do they look a lot better? And wow, this is a kind of a boring step. There, this is the step. Alright, oh, now we need 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the other. So now we gotta make sure we put these all in the right spot, right? Yeah, so 4 on each side. Oh, by the way, and I forgot to mention this. I was going to mention it at the very beginning, but I did not. So, mentioning it here, this particular episode is actually dedicated to someone. I am a member of the 501st Legion. It's a Star Wars costuming group that does all kinds of things, a lot of charity stuff, things for like Make-A-Wish and things like that. Well, recently, last week, we lost a member suddenly, unexpectedly, and his name was David Zach, and this episode is dedicated to him. Alright. Ooh, now we get to put all this together. Alright, so when we put this on, we lock it in, now if you look, this thing doesn't move at all. I cannot move it myself, because that spindle bearing right there is keeping it sturdy. So that allows the movement to be locked in place. There we go, got that. I gotta spin this a little bit so it's straight. And I think I did that upside down. Nope, I just placed that upside down. Okay. Alright, oh, now some other unique pieces that have never been seen before. Most of the time, whenever you have Technic pieces, they are like this. There's something like this. Holes that just go straight through. One way. That's it. Hi, Pixie. How are you? These are unique because all around they have pieces. Go back. Go on. So, they are unique and they're obviously very specific for this. So, looks like they go on here. Ooh, it goes further. It goes all the way. Okay. So that goes there. Okay. This will be interesting because these are new. Oh, look. Pixie Cam works. You can see Pixie laying there looking all cute. Right? Right. Alright. Oh, there we go. That wants to go in. See, the problem is you can't do it at an angle. You have to do it straight. Otherwise, because of the newness of the pieces, it just does not go on. There we go. Are you playing for the camera? Pixie's looking cute. Alright, now we need 2 more, but these ones are different. These ones are gray. And these extend down. And these ones are too long. I grabbed the wrong ones. Oh, nope, those are regular ones. My mistake. There's me rushing again. These ones just are normal. They just kind of extend down. You gonna fall asleep that way, cat? Probably. Huh. A little stretch. Alright, time to flip over again. Now it's starting to look together a little bit. Like there's actual substance here. And we need 4, so 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. Whoop. These go in here. Obviously these are going to join other pieces together in order to have everything make up the legs. Alright, and now we got some standard Technic pieces. And these are going to go outside, straight down on both of them, so there's 2 lengths for them to be pushed down on, all the way down. But they're going to have outside facing, so that again, covering can go on the outside. Because these models, these bigger models, they definitely make it look more natural. Alright. And more orange pieces. Alright, so two of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the last of these little black pieces. And I need, it's nice too. Oops. It's nice too because the instructions actually, you can put the thing that needs right here and it fits. I mean, it's like, it tells you. So if you're ever unsure of the length it should be, you can just put the piece right on top and it'll let you know. Okay, right there. And then which way does it go? It has to have the ends facing upwards. You look so bored, Pixie. I'm sorry. Kind of busy right now. So you're gonna make yourself look cute again. Now we've put these together, and now these go right on top, kind of finishing the little sandwich we have here. Well, one side goes down. There we go. All right. I was gonna say since only one side went down, I was worried that it was gonna be tough to get the other side down, but nope. All right, let me rotate this. I want to straighten it out just a little bit. All right. And all right, now we got to do 10 of these little blues. 1, 2, oh, okay, so that's where they go. So that means 20. That's how many we have here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's for one leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's still way more to go, simply because there's just a lot in order to put these things on the outside. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, count them with me, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, ooh, didn't put that one on quite right, 10, there we go. And same thing on this side. We're going to start at the bottom this time. 1, 2, 3. If I can get it in there. There we go. 4, 5. Whoop. These are so small. My fingers feel like they're huge. trying to hold on to them as I get them in. So 8, 9, 10. Alright, so now we're going to flip it over, of course, and do 8 more. Because down here already has a few, so we got to do 8 more per. So that's 16. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure I don't lose that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, and then these go almost right beside each other. There's a gap here for this one, and then they go up here. Or down there, I guess, because the legs are upside down currently. Because I do know just from looking, I mean, you see on the front that these are the thighs, essentially. So, oh, the air made that one go rolling. Okay. This one is taking considerably longer just because there's so many little pieces to put on and little doodads to put together and things. So it is taking a while. We're already at 34 minutes, so. And 7 more on this side. So 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have never seen 5, 6, 7. So many of these little pieces. Never. And that's just, and there's going to be another 1, 2, 3, 4. There's going to be another mirror done for bags 4 because we're doing only 2 of these legs here, and then next time there'll be 2 more. So this one's a little tricky because it's right by the gear. And skip that one. 2, 3. Oops. And then 3 on the gray part. So 1, skip 2, skip 3. Alright. Same thing here. Right by the gear. Skip 1, go here. Skip 1. Or is that right beside? Nope. 1, 2, 3. Right beside each other. Even though technically they are skipped because it's every other one 90 degrees off of the others. And of course now we get to flip it the other way and do 7 more over there. And that will pretty much finish up these little blue tiny pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just the right amount. Alright, I can't resist. Hi. Little kitty scratch. She knows she's cute. Alright. Skip. And these 3 down here. This is the same as the opposite side we just did. And then 3 in the gray piece at the bottom, skipping every one. Alright, once we do this, no more of these to have to do. That's, wow, that was, so let's see. 7 and 7 is 14. So there's 14 on both sides. So that's 28 that we put in. And then, what was it? 10 on each, so 20 that were on the front, and then there were 8 on the back. So, oh man, that was a lot of pieces. A lot of those little blues. Alright, so now these are upside down, facing this way, and now, simple thing, 1 piece. It's going to go on halfway. Now we're going to start covering stuff. Alright. Dark gray pieces. 6x1s. Remember Rocco, 6x1. Flat. Oh, nope, not those yet. Those are too much. Those will be next. And then we get these bigger ones sticking out over here. This stuff should go a little bit faster now, simply because we're doing bigger pieces. And 3x1 flat flats, these double flats. Okay, these sit all the way up here. Locks in there. Oh, there is a, I was going to say, I thought there was something else missing. Again, me looking ahead, not, or, yeah. There we go. That makes more sense. Alright. There we go. And we're going to do a little bit differently. Another one. Okay. It's funny because with all the little tiny pieces, it looked like there was so much on the table. Now most of this, because we did the inner workings, we did the gearing and stuff for actually both ends. Now it's just coverings, and so the table looks like it's there's a lot less on it, because it's all just flatter pieces, bigger pieces. So we might get done before an hour is up. We'll find out, I guess, huh? With all those little pieces, though, it just seemed to be taking forever. Yeah, the orange parts are really cool, and the coloring looks better. Thank you. Good. Glad. Yeah, the problem was I had white saturation on. Didn't realize it, and it was set to auto. And so it just did what it thought it needed to do, as opposed to just leaving it alone. And yeah, so I didn't realize that it was on. Like, nothing else was set like that. Everything else has been pretty good. So, alright, so 3x1 flat, because it's got no studs. Those are called studs, in case you never knew. And that's a 1x1 flat, but not flat because it still has a stud. Pixie's doing her best to distract me over here. And now she's cleaning herself, so enjoy, I guess. Oh, this is going to go up one. Interesting. Not so it stays up. There we go. Oh, that's why, because it has to be even. There we go. Makes sense. Remember, they put it together, so it makes more sense. Alright, so this goes here. Ooh. Alright, so we have a lot of things for it to join up with, so I gotta make sure I put this on correctly. It's supposed to be even. That's even. And now this. quite hitting it. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's too far up. Something is not quite right. Oh, you know what? It probably needs to go in these things. No? See, that side went on so nicely. Why is this side being a butt? Oh, did I get one of them wrong? These out of place. It doesn't look like it. That's off, though. They're supposed to line up, so something is not right here. Ah, it does go down just a tiny bit. It should be in between. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. So, they are in there correctly, but it was not interlocking. Okay, that makes sense now. Alright. I knew we would figure it out one way or another. Okay. So this one needs to move down just a tiny bit so it's even. There we go. That makes so much more sense. Alright. And now the next flat piece. Oh, nope, nope. I had went back just so I could see. Alright, now we're going to do the big coverings, it looks like, here. And again, 2 at a time. What are we at now? 45 minutes. I think we can do this. It doesn't look like we have as much stuff left. Yeah, we're getting to make the big joint part. Flip over, put a 1x6 on underneath here. What do you think, Pixie? I don't know how it's going on either. With flat pieces, I always make sure that they're really on there good, because there can be times whenever they're just raised up a little bit and it gets annoying. Alright, flip them over. Big radar dish pieces going on the top there. Some smooth pieces. Yeah, we're almost done here, it looks like, at least with these two. Looking there. Oh, one more 1x6 down here. Alrighty, and a couple more flat pieces. That thing was taking a roll on its own. Alright. We got one here. Just easier to do these flat pieces down on the flat surface. So That's why I'm not lifting it up like I've done for some of the other things. Now these are, it's funny because you have two different types of flat 1x2s. They look similar, but they're slightly different. One looks kind of like more like a little computer bank. Yeah, Pixie's chilling. She's watching everything. Alright, and here we go. Now, I'm going to make sure that this is correct, and it has to be even. Looks like it is. Make sure it is on all the blue pieces. I'm going to rotate this, just again so it's straight. Ah, look at that. This is looking more like the legs, isn't it? There you go. Snap it on there. Good. Alright, now we gotta flip it over and do the back side essentially. More flat pieces, lots of flat pieces. I was never a fan growing up of the flat bricks, just because I thought it was kind of like, the whole point of Lego, I think, is that you can build stuff on it, you know, so I was never a fan of them. But I definitely like them for this, because, well, spaceships are smooth, you know, and, oh, Pixie's looking cute again. She's like, pay attention to me. Alright, there we go. And these, oh, here we are. We're almost to the point now. These flat pieces, and kind of just weird that they just randomly go on there. Big giant, I've never seen flat pieces this big. Those are 6x6. Those are big. Alright, so now we're going to build the tool in a second, but we got to put these on. Now, because we only have two legs, we can't really we can't stand it up, so we're going to have to obviously put it on and have it stay on its back for now. Up. There was another red piece, so they had an extra. Alright, so this fits in with the 7 black pieces that we put on earlier. This is going to be interesting because that's 7 studs that have to come in. Wow, got that on pretty easily. Look at that. Alright, and let's see how easy this side is to do. We're going to rotate this a little bit. Oops. Knock that off. Silly me. And now this side has to go on. Let's see if it's going to be friendly. Because it goes right where it's supposed to, but... Oh, wow. That fit on nicely. Look at that. Alright. Now it is time to build the special tool. And of course, you have to have the symbol of the Empire on the tool. So we got this long shaft here. Okay. And putting this little thing there. Ah, that's so you can just like spin it on its own. That's kind of cool. So you can hold one end of it, like hold it around here, and then hopefully spin it. Or they just did that to make it look cool. I guess it can't do that spinning like that. And where else? We put this on. That goes on the end there. And this funny looking piece, because it's got a shaft here and then stay away. And then this, that's a joint piece, so it's flexible. Ah, look at that, it's a universal joint. That is cool. So now we come up here. So let's do this. A couple more pieces that have to go on, but we're not doing those quite yet. So on the inside, let's see if you can see. It's hard to see. they're all on the inside. So the tool connects up right here, like that. And now, whoops, sorry Vader. And now I can rotate the legs. Very slow rotation because it has to keep it locked. But you can do them. That is really cool. This actually, I saw on the instructions, like this actually hides behind the, there's a plaque, like all of them have, like Yoda has his plaque here. It actually will sit behind the AT-AT plaque. Alright, so that's how that goes. So now we have a couple more pieces to do. A little bit of cleanup. So on the front, okay, so there's a couple pieces that go here that join together with these little joints to help keep stuff together. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to build a little thing to cover that up so it looks more smooth. So I'll do a close-up once it's done so you can see what we did. Here we go. Oh, that looks great. That looks absolutely fantastic. I love it. As they say on the A-Team, I love it when a plan comes together. And it does come together so beautifully. So this, oops, had it too high. This here is what we put on that covers over the little clip that got put onto two things. And there we have it. So let me stop the timer. I was right at 55 and I missed it. So still, we've been maintaining with the bags. We've been maintaining 55 minutes roughly for each one, and because I did this once already, it's going to be similar. I'll probably be able to do the next set of legs a little bit quicker. But do the tool again, just for the fun of it. If I can find where the thing goes. Right here on the end, there we go. So look at that. Cranking the leg, you can see it moving. Rotate it the other way, and it rotates the other way so that everything stays nice and firm. Alright, thank you for watching. Thanks for sticking it out with me and getting to see how things were going. I will be, again, this particular episode was dedicated to David Zach, who the 501st lost tragically last week, and prayers and thoughts go out to his family and to everyone that knew him, and I look forward to seeing you not next week, but the week after. Have a very Merry Christmas, a safe, happy holiday, Happy New Year, and I will see you... Wait, no, sorry, I'm incorrect. Christmas is next week, but it's next Saturday, so we will be doing this Tuesday. We'll do this back to our regular time, and then we'll have a break. So we'll get to finish the legs and at least have the torso done of the AT-AT, and then be break time. So see you next week. Ignore what I just said. See you next week, and thanks for watching.